Good morning, good morning. We are going to do our White Light Oracle reading and writing practice or session or whatever you want to call it. To where all we do is we pull a card, we read from the book. So we're getting some learning from Spirit and Alana Fairchild. And then we do go into our automatic writing practice where we connect with either our higher selves or our spirit or the other day we did fairies. So it just depends on what we read from here as we let this be our guide. So that's what we're going to do again today. And I'm excited. I'm a little late this morning and getting this part done. And Val's like, I have to go up there and do this because it just calls to me now. I'm just so grateful we started doing this. Okay. So first, let's close your eyes, and you can put your hands on your heart space, or maybe one on your heart space, one on your sacral. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so breathing in nice and slow and deep through your nose. Hold. Release. Again. Hold. 1, 2, release. You know, I found I think that's one of my magic numbers for me personally to help me settle in and relax without it being too long of a hold is to holding it for 2. I like that. All right, so breathing in again, pulling up Mother Earth, grounding into her, breathing in. Hold, release. It just gives that nice pause. Breathing in, Father, Son. Hold, release. Breathing in the wisdom and the inspiration of the fires of the south. Breathing in. Hold, release. Breathing in the wisdom and the clarity of the winds of the air of the east. Breathing in. Hold, release. Breathing in the wisdom and the intuition and the flow of the waters of the west. Breathing in. Hold, release. Breathing in the wisdom and the connection and the healing and the stability of earth of the north. Breathing in. Hold, release. Breathing in divine spirit into our center, into our core, and into our heart space, tying all of these energies together, bringing them all together and creating this beautiful balance of energy, of divine feminine, of divine masculine, of all the different elements in which we need to get us throughout the day. Breathing in. Hold, release. Again, breathing in. Hold, release. Again, breathing in. Hold, release. Calling in our angels and our guides, our higher selves, calling in Jesus, Mary, Mary Magdalene, and Freya too. Calling in our ancestors of love and light, our ascended masters, our Ascension Council, Galactic Council, all those the highest high of love and light, and only those are the highest of high of love and light to be here with us, to help guide us and to help us be clear channels, receiving and giving the exact messages in which we're meant to receive for our highest good in this moment. Also calling in and asking assistance from our archangels, Michael, Metatron, Uriel, Azrael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Shamuel, to be here with us to help keep this space a sacred space, keeping it cleansed and cleared of all energy that does not belong here and amplifying all energy that does for our highest good. Anasiano tu, Anasiano tu, Anasiano tu, Anasiano tu, Anasiano tu, Anasiano Anasiano tu, Anasiano tu, Yanasiano tu. Okay, let's go. I'm excited. And we have already, we should be very proud of ourselves. Let me pull out these that we've done already. So if you've been following along, and even if you haven't, you can always have your own day one. Don't feel like, oh, well, I haven't done all these. You can always have your own day one, but don't like try and rush through and do more than one a day. One a day is plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 days. Today is day 10. So isn't that amazing? I just feel like that's amazing. We've shown up for ourselves in this way 10 days. That's amazing. All right. So good on you. Let me see. How many cards are there? 44. There's 44 cards. So we have definitely over a month to go on these. And then we'll have to figure out which ones we'll want to do after that. I was wondering about if we should do the medicine cards or what we should do. But I like doing this though. It's very nice. Or maybe the Divine Feminine. Mary Magdalene Oracle. I was thinking something shamanic with the medicine cards or something. That'd be good and fun and different. But definitely something where we learn and connect. All right. I think they have a good shuffle now. Wow. Oya nasiano tu. Oya nasiano tu. Thank you. Okay. Anasiano tu. Anasiano tu. Anasiano tu. Okay, today's card is Oracle of Chaldea. Or Chaldea? Chaldea, I would think, right? Oracle of Chaldea. Okay, let's read. That's number 37. What lessons do you have for us today? It's 27. 32. 4. 40. If I was better at editing, I could cut all this part out, but I'm not. All right. Continue on your healing journey with enthusiasm, but without forcing things to happen more quickly than feels natural. Sometimes the body will be ready to let go, whilst the mind is still holding on. At other times, the mind may be patient as the body processes an experience. Trust in your own timing and rhythm. There is no need to be impatient or to judge yourself. You are summoning a spiritual fortitude to tackle an issue which has previously held you back. When the time is right, the healing shall happen more easily than if you tried to push forward prematurely. Things are going to work out. Be positive. Okay. There are things when being present in the body and feeling the truth is challenging. We may be unsure how to hold space for our own emotional and psychological states. Humans are complex creatures, and the authentic healing journey requires us to have patience with ourselves. We need to know when it is safe to delve into a matter with full faith that even if things feel out of control, we are connected to a powerful, supportive spiritual network of our own wisdom. And that's enough to handle whatever arises, even if we tremble somewhat during the process. We can imagine that the wounded self lives in a room in the mansion of our soul. When that room has not been entered in a long time, it may have become a scary place in our minds, a place to avoid. That is part of how humans protect themselves. Living in such a split and defended state is not tenable forever, but at a time it can serve a useful purpose, allowing us to build the strength and awareness we need to address the situation. We do what we can to grow and prepare to enter that room, to open it and rescue the beautiful aspect of our soul that's been waiting for such a time to come. That's nice. To prepare such a heroic healing moment, we can connect with spiritual realms of light as a source of love and strength. During such downtime with the divine, we can learn about ourselves beyond our wounded parts. While we know we have some healing to do, we also understand that alongside our vulnerability, there is courage, wisdom, and confidence. By acknowledging our wounds and also affirming our strengths, we ready ourselves to take our next steps. The Chaldean is the devotee to the light of spirit. When the oracle of Chaldea comes to you, maybe it is Chaldea or Chaldea. Maybe it's Chaldea. I don't know. It is an encouragement to rely on the light, to embrace practices that help you feel connected to the light. Grow your trust in the spirit within you. This is not about ignoring where you need healing. It is about knowing at a deep level that you are loved, spiritually guided, divinely held, worthy and capable of healing. As you trust in the spiritual light within you and your connection to the spiritual worlds increase, so too will your readiness to acknowledge and engage with that which needs healing. You'll feel safe and supported and ready to move on. When you may feel your relationship with spirit is already strong enough to support such a process. In this case, the oracle is an encouragement to embrace your readiness and allow the grace of your spiritual journey to expand into all areas of your life. This oracle augurs a spiritual growth spurt, a forward leap on your path of healing and awakening. It is a reminder that no matter how large a challenge may loom, you can continue to grow your spiritual connection, so it is always more powerful than anything else. Healing process. Find a comfortable position in which to relax. If you would like to light a candle for this process, do so with care for safety considerations. You could also have a crystal or anything else that reminds you of light, placed where you can gaze upon it. Connect consciously to your breathing, noticing the flow of the breath in and out. Allow your breath to lengthen and deepen naturally. Let yourself become fully present in this moment. You can then imagine, feel, visualize, or intend you are drifting into a beautiful realm of light. You may like to close your eyes or gaze at a beautiful crystal and flickering candle to help you relax and sense the light on an inner level. Allow your awareness to dwell in the soft and inviting realm of light. Let it be pleasurable and soothing experience. Let the light take on various colors, if that suits you. What colors feel best? You can imagine, feel, visualize, or intend that your soul can absorb these colors with delight and pleasure, as though an inner hunger or thirst is being fulfilled, resulting in further peace and relaxation. Be in this process of light bathing color therapy for as long as feels good for you. When you are ready, ground yourself with some gentle physical movements and hydrate your body. You have completed your healing process. So, what we shall do is, I guess we will, I'm trying to feel like, are we meant to connect with the Oracle of Chaldea, or are we meant to connect with our bodies? Because our bodies are the ones that we're talking about, the healing. I don't know if you can do that or not. I know you can connect with like your higher self and do that, but can you connect with your body? Like, can your body talk to you through your paper? Through your hand? Like, can you hear your body's voice? Does your body have its own separate voice? Or can your higher self speak for your body? So here's the questions. I have my pendulum. All right, Spirit. Also, just to be clear, can you please answer this question in a way in which is for our highest good as a collective, me and this lovely person on the other side of the screen here, to where it's not from my ego, but for our highest good and from you. Can you please answer the question I'm about to ask? Thank you. And then, so the question is, should we try and connect with, for our automatic writing, Oracle of Chaldea? No. Okay. So should we connect to, is there a way to connect to our bodies with, is it to with our higher selves? Because, okay, so what, yes. So should we connect with our higher selves for this automatic writing? No. Oh, well, dang. How am I supposed to do, how are we supposed to do this then? Okay, so my pendulum, by the way, is, this is yes. Even though you would think it would be no, but it's not. This is yes, and then this is maybe, and then this is no. All right, I need some water. Okay, Spirit, who are we supposed to ask, like, connect with? I feel like it's supposed to be something like, I keep getting the image of yesterday in our tarot studies reading. It talked about Chiron, and Chiron being the wounded healer, and how Chiron throughout his, so he, when he was wounded, he lived with this wound his whole life, and he spent his whole life learning about healing and used that to help others through his whole life. But he suffered with his own afflictions his whole life. So it was like a so that's where the term wounded healer was coming from. So let's see if that's coming to mind for a reason. So is there a way to talk to our wounded healer aspect of ourselves? Is that who we're supposed to talk to right now? Well, dang. Well, hang on. Maybe. How do you do? So what is it? Is it Chiron that we're supposed to? Oh, that's interesting. So we are supposed to ask Chiron for guidance. Okay, yeah, all right. All right, let's do it. Okay, so grab a couple crystals, hold them in your hands. Let's close our eyes, because I know that took a little longer than trying to figure out who we're going to talk to. So again, all you do is, we're going to ask for guidance, and then you're going to start writing. You're not going to think about punctuation, sentence structures, anything like that. Spelling, nothing. You just start writing. Even if you don't know what the second word's going to be, if you have a first word out in your head, write the first word and then see what happens. If you don't have anything, if it's like a blank slate in your brain, then just start writing like a question to Chiron, or like, thank you, Chiron, for taking this time with me, or speaking with me, or for your guidance. Could you please give me guidance, or whatever that is, whatever your words are coming to mind, even in that. So if as you're coming up, that could start the flow, like having those words, because you automatically have a flow of words in that, and then that'll help you keep carrying on. So just keep carrying on until the end of the time, and it'll be like around 7 to 10 minutes. I just usually just finish one page, and then we're done. Okay. And you could keep going on even after I'm like, all done. So if you need to, you can just ignore me and pause it. Okay. Or you can use that timer for a timer. So either way. All right. Closing your eyes, breathing in through your nose. Hold, release. Find a rhythm there for just a second. Breathing in and out. In, out, in, out. So we are asking Chiron to please come and give us guidance. Please help us to hear the exact messages in which we are meant to hear for our highest good in this moment. Breathing in, and then this time with your release. Again, allow it to be nice and deep and slow, but also just gentle as well and rhythmic. But with our exhales, imagine that you're pushing out your energy field, and raising your vibration, and that you're calling in Chiron for assistance. You're calling in, and we're asking the archangels to help with this. Archangels, please help guide Chiron to us and ask if we can receive guidance for our highest good in this moment. Same with our higher selves and our angels and guides. Please calling in Chiron. Help us to connect and have a clear connection with him and his energy, and being able to receive that message. I'm starting to get chills down my right hand, so hopefully that's a good sign. So breathing in, breathing out, spreading out your energetic field, raising that vibration. Again, sending out like the bat signals to Chiron. Breathing in, breathing out. Spreading out that energetic field. Breathing in, breathing out. All right, just start writing and let's see what happens. I will see you in 7 to 10 minutes. Amen. And so it is. So got my little alfalfa stuff going on there. My crown itches sometimes whenever I'm doing this stuff. I don't know, like it gets the tinglies and it makes it itchy. Okay, so that was unexpected, right? Chiron. So, and then so the way they signed off too, because sometimes it'll sign off like at the end or when it's wrapping up, and this time it kind of wrapped around the paper, but Chiron, and then emphasized your wounded healer. So I'm assuming that was like connecting with Chiron as a way of connecting with your wounded healer. So that's within you. So very interesting. I would love to hear like if you had any insights from that. Just a lot of encouragement. I feel like of like kind of keep going and keep showing up and keep doing what you're doing, and it's all about the not losing hope and not losing love and not losing kindness, and never stop. Just all the different things. So I won't go too deep into what I wrote, but so that way you can sit and marinate in what you received, the information you received, because that will be the message that you need. But thank you so much for spending this time with me. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Mwah. Much love.